is Dr. Mummy Budgets coming back to you again with another video. As you can see, I am sitting here in my cozy chair and it is Sunday, November the 3rd. And I just wanted to hop on here because I didn't even take the time to set up my camera stand, my tripod, or nothing. So I just grabbed the camera and I focused it in front of me. So this video will not be long because I'm quite sure my arm may decide that it wants to give out. But it's Sunday evening and I am chilling. I just came from church, still got on my little church get up gear, and just decided to hop on here and talk to you guys about a budgeting or financial preparation that just kind of crossed my mind, or that I've been talking about in conversation lately. So as you can see from the title of this video, we will be discussing um, the mindset of you saying I cannot afford it versus let's see how we can afford it. If you have those two mindsets, they are quite different, guys, and they also kind of do something different for your budgeting and for your future goals with your finances. So, basically, I would be one that used to fall in that category of saying, I cannot afford it, or I don't have the money to do it, and those I would make those sort of statements. And, for me, listening to other financial gurus and just kind of weighing in on my financial experiences all together, I started to just kind of shift my mindset as it relates to how I view money and obtaining different items that I want or different experiences that I want to have. And what I mean by that is, when I used to have that mindset, you know how you have the children or other people, family, friends that will come to you and say things like, um, mommy, can I buy this at the store? Or blah, 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 can I borrow money? Or, one of my sorority sisters may come and say, hey, are you going to hang out with us this weekend? Are you going to this conference? Are you going to go to Boule? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? And my mindset would be, I'm looking at my current financial situations, and, it would be something along the lines of, no, I'm not going, or no, we can't buy that because I cannot afford it. Okay. So, with that being said, it would actually be that type of situation that it ended up being. What I mean by that is, um, I would never try to go out and find the money to satisfy those situations. So at the end of the day, that would be the actual outcome. I would not be able to afford it. So basically, the children wouldn't be able to get, that item, or I wouldn't be able to attend that event, or whatever the case may be, because I will close my mind off. That's basically what you do. Remember, a lot of times when you speak things out into existence and you start to think or about those things that you've spoken out into existence, then 9 times out of 10 that become your reality. That becomes your solution to that issue. So what I decided to do was to start thinking differently. It's like, no, you don't have to go on every experience, or I mean, have every experience, or go to every activity or whatever outing that your girls or whoever invite you to, or try and get your children all the items that they're asking, or lend money to family members, or be a part of all of these charities and fundraising. You do not have to become a part of all that, because actually, in the end, if you do decide to go down that road, then you may end up broke or not having money or whatever the case may be. But I decided to kind of go right there in the middle of the extreme of giving all the time, or never being able to participate in things, or always telling people no as it relates to finances. Tried to come somewhere in the middle and said, let's see how I can go about achieving that financial goal, or whatever the case may be. Now, what I mean by that is, there may be, let's take for example, well, like now I do have a real situation that's about to take place. I run, for those that don't know, I run a lot, and there is going to be an half marathon that is going to be taking place at Disney in Orlando in January. And I have me and a few of my family members that, they reach out to me asking if I wanted to do it, and they know I like to run. So basically, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, yeah, this would be a cool opportunity. I haven't been to Disney since the children were smaller, and it's an activity that I like to do. So let's see how I can accomplish this goal. So, I didn't go to my old way of thinking by saying, oh my God, the race is going to be $200. Hotels is going to be, you know, umpteen $1 million, because it is Disney. So, yeah, let's just keep it real. Disney is expensive. The flight's going to be this amount. Oh my God, I cannot afford it. So, I did not go to that extreme. What I did do was I started to do some future financial thinking. So basically, what I mean by that is, we have to stay in the real world. We have to operate within our means. So basically, I started to think ahead by saying, okay, so I got this coming up, that coming up, this coming up. Okay, let's see. Now, the race itself is really $200. So we have to pay $200 for the race. Let's see how I can get that money. Okay, well, um, I have a few more dollars in my miscellaneous account. Okay, I can pull it out of there without affecting anything else that's coming up. Now, see, that's a key statement that we need to think about, guys. I can understand sometimes, you get excited about these events. It may be a once in a lifetime thing to the point where you forget about what else is coming up in the future. So I sat there and I kind of came up with a ballpark figure of how much this entire event will cost. Also, keeping in mind that I do need to pay for different parts of this event at different times. What I mean by that is, I cannot wait to pay for the race in January, because the prices of the race is going to increase. So I need to get the race tickets and entry fees taken care of now. Flight tickets. I can't wait till the very last minute, which some people do, wait until the last minute, and they can find some pretty cheap tickets. I'm really not a last minute person, guys. So therefore, I tend to try to take care of everything when I can, but I mean, ahead of schedule. But you get the drift of what I'm saying. You can't wait until the very end to pay for the entire experience. So I had to think about that. I'm like, okay, let's see where I can get $200 from now, and then go and look for flight tickets. Where can I get that money from? And then there's gonna be a hotel reservation fee that may be needed up front. In most cases, you can pay it on the back end. You just think about these things. Then we're gonna get there. Yes, we're gonna do the race, but we're going to want to maybe have an experience of Disney itself while we're there. Then there's food costs. So I was thinking about all those things, And I went into my mindset of, let's see how I can plan this trip. So basically, I know that I still have Thanksgiving coming up. I still have Christmas coming up, which I may not do a whole lot at, but those are still financial obligations that I have. Have children and they're going to have activities. So I'm thinking about all that. But I already have thought ahead that I will have some monies coming in that I typically don't allocate to a certain category. And if you guys have been following me with my budget videos for any length of time, you know that a fifth Friday, if there's a fifth week in a month, then that is considered a paycheck that I get to do what I want with it. So basically, we have 5 Fridays in November. So there you have it. I could just go on and fund the trip right then and be done with it. But I also want to see how I can do this in the most effective way. So basically where can I perhaps get be able to request some overtime, on my job. Just try and, plan for this trip um in the most effective ways as I can. So guys, that's why I wanted to pop on here and kind of give you some examples of the way we think about our finances and what we're putting out there into the atmosphere ultimately is what returns to us. So, I think it will be very helpful if we can get rid of that way of thinking where we're saying, we're always broke. I can't afford it. No, we can't have it. And shift over to let's see how we can get it. And when we're doing that, that also increases our way of increases increasing our finances, maybe picking up a side gig or a side hustle, picking up some overtime, but all of that strengthens our financial future, our financial portfolio, our financial resume, however you want to look at it. It builds discipline in that financial arena of our lives. So basically, um, that is what I wanted to hop on here and talk about. And I see that this video is getting upwards of 13 minutes. So, and I have switched hands multiple times. So, guys, we are going to end this video here, but I just wanted to bring that out to you so that you can kind of start thinking about your finances in a different light. It's not one way. There's not a one size fit all way of doing our budgets, as we already know, and dealing with our finances. But just wanted to kind of bring you some positive information on how you can look at your finances. So, this is pretty much it, guys, for our cozy chair conversation. It is Sunday afternoon, and my Philadelphia Eagles are playing, so I am going to go back and reconvene with them. And I will see you in the next video. This is a Dr. Mommy Budgets where we dream big but start small around here. Until next time, peace.